Hello everybody, welcome back. It's gonna be a part 2 video. Today we're gonna be doing gadgets and specializations today. I'm joined by, once again, BanaJames, and I have another new guest here, Cameron. Introduce yourself, Banana. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Cam. Hello.
Hola.
Alright, let's start with the heavy. So for specializations, like, first thoughts on these specializations. I know, Cam, you are previous heavy man. All of us are heavy enthusiast here, so
Yes.
what's our take on charge right now?
Goat meta? I mean, like, it's so busted. I can't even begin to describe how many times I've died to just one charge and slam attack. It's really gotta be meta right now.
Dude,
But
and it's like, especially with like old RPG too, like it's been unchanged since the launch of the game. It does
they
a free
never
130
changed.
off a hit, and you get like multiple hits out too.
Yeah, plus it's also the easiest to use. Like you just press
Yep.
it and people are now off of you. And then if you happen to storm a point and you're in the air and you press it, you immediately slam vertically down. And like, the amount of times I've gotten a kill just by someone being in the wrong spot, it's clearly the most usable
Yeah.
ability. Right?
Definitely.
It also
Anti-light
goes-
tool, anti-cash out, all that good stuff.
Yeah, with the mesh shield nerf, it's the best one easily.
And it's also a little untalked about, but it's really good at stopping steals. So
Even if you don't kill them, right?
even if you don't kill them, it still knocks them off of it almost every time.
Yeah.
And even if it's vertical too, like if you go vertically down off a building or something, it can still knock them off. Like you don't have to hit them directly.
Excellent map destruction. I think probably even in comparison to the other specializations we'll get to, like I think this still might be number 1 right now. But winch now, definitely not as strong as on release, but I think it's still there. Like, I don't know what you guys think about that, but like I don't think it's still
I don't think it's
out of
really
relevancy.
meta, but I think it's good though. I think it's really good.
So go ahead.
No, you go.
You call this heavy enthusiast. I soloed my rank for heavy with a melee, and winch was the main thing I used. And I think it is legitimately one of the strongest thing. Only issue I find is that like if you miss, like you have nothing. Like it's a gone. You didn't get anything out of it, right? Like you didn't fucking get an enemy. It's not on like grapple where it's like on a instant recharge. You've missed. And so it's really good with the spear. It's pretty good with the hammer. I don't know any other weapons minus maybe the flamethrower, but the flamethrower has very low TTK. It has a lot of uses. So I think I personally, like, because I'm a melee main, I would consider it goat meta type thing if that's the build you're running.
Yeah.
But like for entry level, right? Because I think some of it has to do with the fact that we need to consider, can anyone pick it up? Is it easy to use? Is like, what's the skill floor for these things? I think that it can be a little bit difficult if you don't understand what the uses are for it. So it has
Right.
good rating for it.
I like
Yeah, the whole, like, even without using it for kills, using with anti-grav, moving the cash out, just using it raw to move cash
it's got
out,
a
like,
lot of utility.
yeah, picking up your teammates' trophies and stuff. Yeah, it's like it's all around good. It's just I don't think it's as good as it once was.
Yeah, I think it is a high skill ceiling with a very like mid-range to high skill floor, because it's not an instant thing. Like I know a lot of people said like, oh, I don't like this. Why would I ever use this? And I get why they think that, but like the minute you figure out what it's good for, it is really good.
Right.
Yeah.
Goo gun.
Underrated.
I mean, it's definitely underrated. Like, in the certain hands, like that high skill ceiling players, it's probably here or it's probably here. Like, like,
But to the average player, I feel like
the skill floor is very high for it. Because like I remember like when it first came out, I was like, what do I do with this? This is
Yeah.
so stupid.
It's
you really
like-
have to use it to its full potential, or it's really not gonna
Yeah,
help.
watching a good goo player is watching a really good player. Watching
Exactly.
a bad goo player is like, why would you
watching a bot.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you on goo? Like when you could have a free 130 damage with charge and slam.
Yeah, and remember when we would queue sometimes, I would like in World Tour, I would play with it for certain builds, and people would be like, "I've never seen that. What is that specialization?" It's like, okay, so there's a lot of people that don't run it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think well they did give it a buff this season, making it full auto in terms of instead of semi-auto, but that still doesn't really bump it up too much. It's just kind of convenience there too, for the most
The
part.
only thing I
agree.
really, the only thing I really think is good about it is that it doesn't have a cooldown. It has a reload. So it's
Yeah.
as long as you can reload it, it'll have a consistent stream of bullets, of usage, as long as you're not as long as you're not under fire, right? As opposed to like the RPG or like the winch or those other things where there's like a timer. This is like as long as you can have a chance to reload, you will have a constant stream of goo.
True. Any other notes on goo? I mean, like, we can always move it around once you get other things in there, but
I think it's average. I don't think it's mad. I think it's average, and I think my shield has to be below that because my shield's ass.
Yeah, mesh shield's pretty bad now, honestly.
Yeah,
Because
Mesh Shield's got
you're better off with the goo as a shielding mechanism rather than the mesh shield.
yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand why they would put a timer on mesh once you drop it. Like, it takes away so much value. Like, the flamethrower moved down a tier because of that. Like, the SA-12 isn't as good anymore because of that mesh change. Like, and the health too. Like, it's they don't want mesh players anymore. Clearly.
Yeah, plus the 12-second or like whatever downtime is wild.
Yeah. You have to wait for it to re-pull back up. Let me actually look because I have the. Let's see, where is mesh at on here? Did they gadgets specializations right here? Yeah. 15 to 12. Cooldown is 8 seconds. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
The cooldown change is good, but like the cooldown dropping it, that's more time on your thing.
Yep.
Like this whole sentence right here, I don't agree with that at all. Like being able to juggle it should take skill,
It is a skill.
It's a skill
right?
thing.
Yeah, it is.
But
now
I mean,
what you've done is like you've made heavies have to make a choice. Either they're gonna like phalanx up, like sit down and with a mesh shield and like just sit there until it breaks, or they don't pull it out at all.
What I've seen some people do too is they'll use mesh, and then once they need to drop it, they'll throw a barricade in front of them, like to to like help out too, so they can shoot and have cover too.
Problem.
But
yeah, I don't think a good solution. That's such a waste of utility.
All right, let's move on to the medium specializations here with these three. So, a lot of heal beam changes this season too. So
average, easily, average.
I don't know. I still kind of want to put in good at least.
I do want to put it in good, and the reason is like when you think about it, like heal is so good in so many scenarios. Like even though we got nerfed, right? Even though we got nerfed, it's so good in so many fights and scenarios and stealing and like just so many things, right? And if you also have double heal on a team, it's like 2 mediums and a heavy, it's still probably meta. So I put it like good. I almost would put it maybe in front of Winchclaw for good, but I'm not sure I could go after too.
Yeah, because like let me pull up the notes on those two. So they decrease healing from 50 to 40.
That,
and
50 to 40 is kind of tough, but
Second.
still like that's like the problem there is 50 to 40 is really bad. But if you have 2 healers, it makes it kind of normalish.
Fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah,
definitely
because
not meta because it's not as good as it was.
Right.
Meta was last season when it was the best thing ever.
And season 1, right? Season 1.
Season
one was hard about that.
yeah, they finally did something good about it. Like and they changed gas too, so gas like increases in terms of damage, so you can't like fully heal through it. Like with the comps too, if you're running double heavy, you're running a medium too, like you probably want to have the medium on heal because of the heavies have slower regen time. So like if you guys get into a fight, right, and everybody's weak and you just won, right, and you're gonna go steal a cash out, you're sitting ducks for a third party if you're not healing. Like,
Yep.
you have to wait a good amount of time to get your regen off, or you'll just get wiped out. So,
So the
it's
only
kind of what
reason
I'm
why I
thinking.
would put it average is just because one, the nerf to how quickly it overheats, and obviously that was like a couple of patches ago, and then the rate. Like I agree. Like if you like you should have a healing beam on your team regardless. But I think how good it is, it wasn't like the previous seasons. You know, maybe you get like 3/4 of a heavy up. Okay, fine. Maybe you'll have a regen when he gets back when he gets like out of a fight, but it's not like you can't reset quick. Like you're still a little bit like hurting, right? Like you should
Yeah.
you have to hope that you cleared out the first team really easily, and then maybe on the second one, you can get a bit of a harder fight, because we had this issue when we were playing the really good lobbies. Uh, we were healing through it, but man, we were eating a lot of shit on the
Hmm.
way there. Like even like I was maxing out that heal beam constantly, and then we're trying to take a fight. We're still sort of at like 3/4. We were
Yeah.
maybe skinning your teeth. Like it's not as strong. Like it's just I
It
think
really doesn't feel as good either.
Yeah.
Like when you're healing somebody and it overheats and like that. Like it just doesn't feel good to use
Yeah,
anyways. So I
in
don't know.
in
It
this
could
new
go.
heal beam like situation too, when I'm running heal beam, I have to watch like very carefully to the bar because I don't try to ever overheat unless I need to overheat it. Like if it's in the middle of a fight, someone takes cover, all right, I'll heal them up to like right above the halfway point on the bar, and then just let them auto regen or like give them a pump in a little
yeah,
bit
and
once it drops
I
down.
also have to choose who. Sometimes when we're taking fights, it's like both of you guys are a bit low, and so I'm like, okay, maybe I go half on each of you so that you stay alive long enough, not full on one of you. So you're sort of like, oh, okay, I have to be very conscious with how I'm using this.
Right. All right. Turret now.
Really?
I think probably good.
I,
I
I
would
think
say
it's
overall it's probably
pretty
average.
average.
Overall
Yeah,
average.
it's good at locking down cash outs but I don't find it much. Like I find that like a lot of fights are not on cash outs anymore. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a lot of like the first fight on the cash box. Like you're never gonna use turret in that. Right?
Yeah, turret is definitely like team
Not gonna be
comp
used.
situational and like
Exactly.
positioning situational. I
And
also too
lobby.
I was gonna note is um this might get changed, but the destruction now really hurts turret because the destruction is
Because it
like
falls down.
so strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I think we can put it at average for sure.
yeah,
'Cause
the whole thing with the turret, like you having to like you can pick it up from your console or you can pick it up from like hand taking away, like it's kind of annoying,
very
but
annoying.
um
And I think something that people don't understand a lot is that it also, when you place it, has a cooldown before it actually like
right, yeah,
gonna shoot, and
Yeah.
that throws people off a lot because you think you're gonna place it and it's gonna shoot with you, but it takes like I don't know, it's like 5 seconds before it actually like
Starts.
hooks up and starts shooting. So so like that. So like if you're in an intense fight and you place it down and then you die, like it's like not really like it didn't do anything. And maybe
yeah.
it'll do something after you die, but let's say your team's not right with you, they're just gonna shoot and kill it. It's like
Yep.
Honestly, now that we're
kind of average.
discussing it, I kind of want to put it in meh.
I
Uh, I do have a reason why I put it in good though. The only thing is with the heavy nerfs, we see a lot more lights, and it is along with the CL,
like
it is easily the most like combative thing against lights because it locks onto them and it kills lights very easily.
Okay.
So if you have a hard light lobby, like it's like 2 lights on a team per, man, it clears them out bad. Even with the dash, it will clear them out. So it depends on
but
sort of what you're needing it for, but like it does like
invis
heavy.
counters a little bit.
Yeah, like I have against heavies, it's not great unless they're super
Yeah.
low. But
Yeah.
like, man, if you're running a lot of lights and they're dash or they're whatever it is, like man, they get like fucked bad. So it does use, it has its purposes. It just depends
Right.
what you're using it for.
I think we keep it at average though.
Yeah.
Not mad, not good, but it's pretty average for now.
Hmm. Dematerializer. I kind of actually want to put this in meta, if not top good.
I
Yeah,
think
I like it before. I don't know, man. Like I feel like Heal Beam has um more uses, but DMAT's so good right now with like stalling. I feel like I play DMAT with various guns, usually the pike. But DMAT really just is the best staller in my opinion. To and it's very good at like dropping the cash out, and then you drop a floor, and then you drop the cash out again. Like it just stops steals.
I've won
And
so many
also,
fights by doing that without even shooting
so
too.
true. Yep. And then DMAT also is great for just movement. Like I run all
Get away
movements.
from people.
I'll run DMAT, zipline, jump pad, defib.
Yeah.
So I'm just all movement, and with those movement mechanics, like in a game that has such good movement, like DMAT feels so nice
Yeah.
to a lot of players.
And they also, to note for the video,
Buffed
they buffed it this season too. So, the targeting is better, and the walls are larger. It doesn't note it in here, but the walls are definitely larger. The holes are bigger. It's still not that good in Las Vegas, but that's
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think people are so used to season 3 when you had to open 3 holes, like
Yeah.
use all 3 charges to
Oh my god,
to
right.
get through something. That was terrible.
Yeah, I would
That
say
was-
like
that was one-
season
if-
3,
if it was
this
still
would
that,
down there,
it-
but like
I think season 3. I think it's a meh or ass because like
yeah,
it was so bad, like using all 3 charges, and like sometimes you think you're gonna get through something,
And then it's like 2 other
and, then,
layers.
and
Yeah.
you're getting shot in the back, and then you open it again. You're like, all right, I'm through. No, you're not. You still have one more.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
all right, on to the lights. Grapple. That's I don't know.
It's average.
I would
It's
say it's
good,
average.
Good, but like
I think
it's
buffed it so many times, and
Yeah.
And they have to get
it's
to
gotten
that
better
point.
every time. It's mostly a cooldown thing, so like the cooldown has gone down multiple times,
Yeah.
and I think it's really annoying to play against. But sometimes in like situations where evasive dash would get you out of a fight, grappling hook can't because you probably have it on cooldown. So like
Right.
you use it, but like I don't know, like in like I feel like evasive dash is good in like 1v1s, like you shoot somebody, you dash to the side, and then you shoot them again. Like it's like kind of good for that. But
Yeah.
like grappling hook is kind of more like I'm gonna shoot you and I'm just literally gonna leave and you're not gonna be able to chase me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the issue with grapple hook too is the grapple's kind of weird where you kind of get stuck on walls sometimes, so you have to like
Yeah.
definitely know where to grapple to, or else you're gonna die because you're just attached to a wall like a spider.
Yeah.
Yep.
And dash makes a lot of weapons viable. I feel like grappling hook doesn't make shotguns viable.
Grappling
No.
hook's really only good for like sniper type weapons, like if
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
LH1, the bow.
LH1 bow,
the actual
sniper.
sniper, yeah.
Yeah.
Only-
what's the
only
other light
thing.
weapon. I mean
For-
that's kind
for
of
distance, that's
XP,
the only
XP, XP a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, like it's very clear that light is evasive dash is their goat meta.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a good cloak player is annoying, like they're really annoying to play against. If they get near close to you with that shot off, if they have that stupid dagger now.
Even
But, like,
11.
Yeah, like anything that like if they're too close to you and then you notice very late, you're like, oh no, that's bad. Though, like I think that's sort of that ranking system. With grappling, it's like a good grapple player is fine. It really just is so they can keep distance because they're playing sniper or bow. After that, it doesn't have as much utility as the dash. The dash is probably better especially if you pair it with portal,
Yeah.
right? Or gateway, whatever it's called.
And dash is like really hard with hit reg in this game too, being kind of bad.
Yes.
And like the
Yeah.
glitches with dash too, like the one before where you could pretty much just negate a glitch trap by just dashing like before it,
Yeah.
and like you'd be like invis while dashing too.
Yeah, back in the. I don't know if it still happens because I don't run explosives anymore. But what I noticed a lot with these dash players would be like, I would have mine set. They would be set. Like if anyone walked through them, they would explode. But they would dash through them, and because it triggers them, but they're so far past it, it would explode behind them, so they wouldn't die.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, like that's
Yeah.
wild, but that's a thing.
Well, I think these are in good spots, so we can move on to
Yeah, I like that
the rest
overall.
here. I'm just gonna start putting these down. You guys can talk about anti-grav here in the meantime.
I like it. I run it with the spear.
I do
It has a lot of uses. I think again, it's a skill floor thing because I didn't know what to do with it until I like spent a lot of time working on it.
Yeah, I definitely think it's good.
Very skill based. Very skill based.
Yeah, if you play around it right, it's good. Very good. Very good.
It doesn't really work with like charge and slime. You kind of have to be running goo or
Winch.
So
Winch is very good with it. Yeah.
goo or winch are kind of the only ways anti-grav is good. I would.
Yeah, just nothing that you have to run through.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also it's very good with sledgehammer. Because
Definitely.
you can open up like the wall above and bring it. We play with this one guy who's super good with goose ledge, and he will always open up the floor, anti-grav it up, and then goo the floor below so it then falls.
Or cocoon the cash out.
Or cocoon the cash out like a ceiling. Like that's next level with goo gun and anti-grav. But besides that, it's not very good. So I almost would put it at average, and not a lot of people are going to use it because they're not with it.
Yeah.
Like, no.
So personally,
but it's between the good and average, I would say.
Man, but it has so many good uses. Like
It might be like low good later on. We can move things around if need be.
Because it does maintain your velocity. Like if you ever run through it and slide through it, you go fast.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
get your spots real quickly. It has a lot of cool uses. It just skill 4 because like
Right.
I didn't know these things until I like purposely made myself play with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C4. I'm kind of wanting to put it like average to good.
Average.
Yeah.
I think it's average.
Because like the uses is like breaking cash outs down, breaking walls. You can't really get kills like unless you use it like a mine. But
yeah, and like put it somewhere like you can't see it.
yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of want other damaging things with it, like mines or RPG or grenade, you know.
Yeah, I think C4 is best when you have an RPG ready because you'll throw the C4 and then you'll RPG the C4 and it does more damage.
Oh yeah, okay.
But that's like the only that and like putting it on a cash out and like holding it. Like I feel like those are the only like the two best options. That's because nukes are gone now. And nukes were
OP.
If it was like season 2 when nukes or season 1 when nukes are around, it's like that's right here.
It's better than meta.
It's up in its next tier.
Yeah, it was so bad.
I gotta
have to nerf it for us.
You could one shot anybody.
Yeah,
Right?
it was so stupid.
I kind of actually want to go right to RPG since this is going along with C4.
Average.
I don't know. I kind of want to be controversial and put it in meh. I don't know what you think, Cam.
I don't want to put it in meh.
You know?
Yes, it does 100 damage, but think about it. Like, still every heavy's running RPG.
I still run it.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I still run it. Yes, it does 100 damage. Yes, the range is decreased.
And the reload time is so long
and
too.
The reload time is more, but it's still good. Like it's still
I'll give it credit. Good to drop cash outs. Good to get through walls. Like a good finisher. Yeah.
Below, yeah.
Yeah. I actually dropped RPG too.
For a class that doesn't have that much mobility and range, I feel like RPG like just opens up some like range.
Unless you're talking about this gun. That's
that gun.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that.
I average.
Above C4, you think? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, above C4. Just a point about C4 though, it works really well if you have teammates with mines. So like if anyone's running gas, and people don't trigger it, and you're far away, you can technically remote trigger mines, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Dome.
So don't you dare,
dude. Yeah. Dome is still meta. No. Dome is still meta. It's not as good as it once was. Did they change it in this patch? I don't think they did.
I hope they.
No.
It's unchanged since season 3. All right. So still, I think it's meta.
It's still meta. It's down to what is it? 5.5 seconds.
Something of the sort. Yeah. It's less than the cash out steal, so it's not 7 seconds. So it's like it's like 5.5 or something.
I think it's still so good all the time. I mean, it's one of those things. I do like barricade a lot because barricade's like never fucking died of bullets.
Yeah. The only thing that counters barricade is pretty much DMAT. Like that hard counters it.
And explosives.
Or like 2 nades.
two
Yeah.
nades, or
No one runs
like
standard
even
receiver though, so
another RPG charge and slam. Fucks
Get
you.
out of here.
Charge and slam is a barricade.
yeah.
The barricade's nightmare because you're sitting behind the barricade and you get charge and slam, you're dead, and the barricade's gone.
Yeah.
So,
But despite that, it's still meta.
so very good.
Still very
Dome
good.
We go back to Dome Shield. I mean, Dome Shield, like, even though it has no time anymore, like, it used to be like 14 seconds it would last unless someone broke it. But 5.5 seconds seems like not a lot. And, like, when I heard the
Right.
nerf, I was like, nah, this is going to be terrible. It's still so good because stealing, I mean, you have your medium or your other heavy stealing, and the other one heavy just throws a dome shield, and it soaks up hella damage for a steal that might not have been possible if you didn't have it.
Yeah.
So, seems good.
Still there. Pyro mines, they still have 2 charges. Still pretty unchanged, but like, I'm gonna put in meh, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like-
I've died to them a lot more now, but like, yeah.
I think the most use for pyro is, or pyro mine is like when you put it on a body and then they shoot the pyro mine, you can't res for a little while because the body stays on fire. And like if you pick it up, you'll light it on fire, and if you res, you'll also light on fire. So it's like, and if you defib, the person's res
Still on
is
fire.
So
Yeah.
it's like
Still on fire.
it's like kind of weird, but that's
Just
like
burning hell.
that's not good though. That's not like that's not gonna really.
It's
change
average. Let's call it.
It's
Or
average.
man,
Yeah,
no,
like-
leave it
well,
at
like,
that.
I think it's high meh.
But like also
Tiny.
in the context, this is only on heavy. So like you have to give up a slot for like these good stuff. So if you have, let's say you want to run dome, right? And you want to run like some damage. So okay, you'll run mine. And then like what else are you going to run? You're going to run like, you know, RPG or something. Like
Yeah.
you could be
There's a lot-
using a grenade for this slot. You could even do explosive mine, you know. I feel like there's just better options than pyro mine right now.
Frag grenade's pretty
Yeah,
good too. Oh
Yeah.
I want to go to frag grenade or motion sensor right now.
You want to? Okay,
Frag is-
yeah.
Frag is easily goat.
Frag is
goat.
100% meta in every way.
Yeah.
There's no there in no world I feel like should a frag do more like 50 more damage than an RPG.
Yeah,
but
it replaces the RPG. Like, if you're on heavy, you can run frag grenade and get better damage than that. You know, just like 2 teammates throwing frag grenades onto a point, you're getting like 6 kills.
Yeah, you could kill everybody right there. Like in a congested cash out steal, you're gonna kill everybody with like frag grenades. And stuff.
Every class has it. You get 2, and like the recharge is good. You can right click it. You can full throw it. You know, like it does everything. Everything you need it to do, it does.
So good.
Yeah, it's a good way to start things. It breaks up traps. Like it does everything.
It's also
Alright.
super annoying. Like if I'm in a fight and I'm like beaming somebody and I get hit 149 by a frag grenade, I instantly have to back up and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I can't do what I was gonna do before. It just screws everything. I fucking hate frag grenade.
All right, motion sensor.
Are you kidding me? How
I don't
many
know.
times have we played?
I don't know. I mean, like,
How many times have we played and then we have guys running around with their trophies and a motion sensor?
See,
picks them
I,
up?
that's
like
good.
I like when you run motion sensor, but it's not. It's not like.
I think it's a good. I think it's a good
anti.
anti-meta. It's definitely a good anti-meta. You know, like,
Yeah,
but like, if we're talking about everyone, like,
no
you know, like,
it's
yeah.
good though. Yeah, I like
yeah,
it.
yeah. I would say like the right person, it's definitely good. But like, if we're
Yeah.
talking about like a random heavy, right? They're just gonna throw it like wherever. Like, you know, you can't expect them to throw it in a smart spot where it'll get like pings off. It's like kind of glitch trap, but worse. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Um.
I think it has a lot of good uses for if you're smart in your placement with it. But then also the thing that I think about if I'm gonna run motion sensor is what am I replacing it with?
Yeah, definitely.
Like what is replacing, or what is motion sensor replacing? Like, do I want to get rid of dome shield? Do I want to get rid of barricade? Do I even want to get rid of RPG? Like pyromine? Like, I don't really want to get rid of any of them. But motion sensor, it depends. I mean, I think it's a reserve thing.
Yeah, if
and
you're like in
something-
a lobby full of lights, maybe consider it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to medium here. So APS it's had a resurgence. Definitely had a resurgence now.
because of the CL.
It's
Yeah, it
because
has
of
to be.
CL got
I would say like, I mean, it's either here nor there above anti-grav.
If you called proximity or motion sensor the same thing as a anti-meta, that is the same thing because it literally is an anti-meta.
Right.
We
But
run
like,
it now.
but the APS has more. I would say APS has more value overall compared to motion sensor.
Especially if you think about it, like if CL40 is the one of the best weapons, and frag grenade is also meta, like that, it counters those two,
Yeah.
and that is enough to put it, I think.
And
above
RPG and all
Telegram.
this. I agree with
Oh
that.
yeah, and RPG, like I think it
Yeah,
goes.
the APS scales with the power of other things. Like if something is
100%.
broken, the APS makes a resurgence.
You can block C4, right?
It
I
blocks
think
anything
so.
thrown into it. So it
Yeah.
blocks dome shield. If you drop a dome shield into it,
Oh,
it destroys
that's the other thing. Dome
Yeah.
shield.
if you throw mines into it, they blocks them. Like it obviously the issue is that it has a health bar now. So like, it doesn't-
Yeah.
it
The
just-
only thing that's bad about it is the health bar. Like that's the only thing that makes it terrible. But like even you can counter it if you're proactive. Just pick it up and put it back down.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on. Let's do gas mine here.
So strong now. So strong.
Yeah,
Everyone runs flamethrower and it gets
I want to say go meta. Like that's my opinion.
I want to put it the last of meta though.
Yeah. Cause like I still
sure.
think glitch traps are better than that.
This is better. Defense obviously better.
Gas, well, like this
Gas
is depending on the situation, it could be above glitch trap since it has 2 charges, but the 2 charges is very nice, and then pyro mine, pyro nade, flamethrower aren't like used all the time, so I think it
Barely
definitely sits
even.
comfortably up here.
Like gas is a better damage build mine, whereas glitch is still a better support mine. I think
Right.
personally, depending on your build.
Yeah. Can we put defib at 1 because that's like
Yeah.
like unbelievable.
If every
Yeah.
class had
If- if
defib,
we
every
have-
class
if
would
we
run
have
defib.
Yeah.
If we have frag grenade at 2, by the way, we should not. Do we put frag grenade at 2?
I'm fine with that. For now, anyway.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if
mean,
you don't
what else do
run
we need to
defib,
say about
you're
defib?
throwing.
Yeah,
if
like
you don't run it, you're throwing. Anytime I see a medium that doesn't run defib, either I think you're a moron or you're like sanguine and you're just,
you're
like,
greedy. You're
constantly
greedy.
fighting. Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways,
now
let's
that
just go
I'm
data
looking
reshaper, I guess, after.
Yeah, Dover Super.
Good. Like I
Average.
still have to. No,
Good.
come on, man. It's so good. Because
I don't know.
Because if
Like-
you run turrets, it's gone. APS, it's gone. Barricades, it's gone. Any traps minus glitch is gone. Like it literally changes everything.
What about can we think about RPG again for a second? I feel like
Oh.
RPG is a lot
It
better.
also
average.
it also changes RPGs in the air. If
Does
you're
it?
good. Yeah. So if you shoot an
that's
RPG
crazy.
at someone and you're really like on
If you're
it, you can
proactive,
change it
yeah.
from the air. Yeah, but that's wild. We
Yeah,
tried it
that's-
once and
that's wild,
it's like split second. Your reaction time must be amazing.
I do want to switch RPG up to good though, because like RPG is still so good. I mean, like yes, it's 100 damage, but it's good.
It's still got its
Probably
value.
Start your video by saying that we put RPG as meh, and then
Yeah, clickbait that thumbnail.
Clickbait, yeah.
Zip line.
oh, it's meh. It's meh. No, it's dog shit.
You think it's
Meh?
yeah. It's definitely
It's
ass.
okay.
Zipline is so bad. No one uses
Yeah,
zipline anymore.
Because jump pads you can replace. The minute you put your zip down, it's done. You have to wait till it comes back
Wait,
up.
were you serious?
I'm not joking. I hate it.
I can't. I can't agree with the met pick on zipline.
Yeah, I think it's good or
dog
average.
shit.
I don't think this is not dog shit, bro.
Dog shit.
If,
Jump pad,
if
easy.
zipline is dog shit, then I don't know, bro. Zipline is so good. I feel.
Do
like.
you know what zipline was really good for? When we had low grav. So if you accidentally got on a jump
Yeah.
pad, you would get launched in the air.
Yeah.
We don't have low grav anymore in ranked. So
The
like,
thing that I think makes
It's
zipline so
better.
great is like it's so good for moving heavies around the map and like using it like horizontally like across the map. You get so much distance off that. Like your rotations are really fast compared to jump pad where you have to kind of angle it.
Jump pad too.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna get to a cache out, or let's say like the first cache box, use zipline, and then after, and the medium who has the jump pad goes first. You do the jump, which gets you a lot of distance, and you pad it right after, and that gets you
True.
even more distance. So it's like so much movement if you run both. Pad is obviously second. Like pad
Yeah.
has to be there in meta
Yeah.
every single time.
It does
Yeah,
everything.
I do agree that like if sometimes we've had this situation where it's like a clown car of rezzing, so like teams will keep thirding this one cash out, and there's like just a random zip line sitting there, and amount of times that I've been like, oh, thank God this thing is here because it gets me back to where I need to go.
Yeah.
That I agree is really good. But
Yeah. If I'm gonna choose in between the two, I'm gonna pick jump pad every time. Like if I can only do one, I'm doing jump pad every time.
Like if there's something I need to get rid of in my lineup between defib, jump pad, like maybe and like I run zipline, jump pad, defib. If I'm replacing something if I'm like want to put frag in my lineup, I'm getting rid of zipline every time.
Yeah, I
Or
am too.
if I want to put a mine in my lineup, I'm getting rid of zipline every time.
Mhm.
So it's so good though, very good.
Mm.
But yeah, pad's always meta.
Yeah.
Breach charge.
Breach
Okay.
charge. It got buffed,
It-
but I still don't
it
think
has-
it's that
it
good.
has- It has a lot of good stuff though, like
it does.
okay,
Yeah.
so because I use it a little bit, here's the thing: 3 charges is what's important to be able to get a kill. It takes a long time to set them. It takes a long time for them to activate, and if you set them on a barrel, for example, and then you pick up the barrel, they deactivate.
Mhm.
So you need to set the barrel back down.
Yeah,
before they
right.
deactivate, and it takes like
They
whatever
increased
time
the
it is.
cooldown too. I actually didn't know that. They increased it by 4 seconds here.
So it's like half a minute now. For
Yeah.
each.
But I mean, that's not like too bad.
But if you're running, so when I run it on sniper builds, it's a good way to open up buildings so that you have a clear shot at things. I have defended cash outs with it. Like, it has its moments. It really does good stuff. It
Like,
just is not
yeah.
amazing.
If I'm gonna like compare this to thermal bore, I'm putting thermal bore higher.
Thermal bore
Like
is better than
thermal bore is definitely better. Like
for clearing.
Especially for long range
yeah,
players.
it could even also be in good. I might actually put this in good.
It is good. It
So
knocks down quick.
yeah, I think it's good too. Because you can, let's say you're a sniper and the wall that you want to open up is not open. Like you're not throwing a breach charge, 50 meters. Like
No, you're definitely not.
You're shooting a thermal bore. And the other thing that people have to think about is suspended structures. The best way to take them down.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you have snipers on top of the crane, it one-shots cranes, so
Yeah, that's
takes it
great.
down immediately.
I guess speaking of suspended structures, I was thinking about gateway, and gateway is
So
like I don't know where I'd put it up here, but it's up here.
I think it's after Dome Shield.
Sure,
Probably.
I'm okay with that, but it definitely is meta. It defends cash outs, it moves you, it helps you plug. Like, it is easily one of the best.
Yeah.
gadgets.
So wait,
I think as soon as people started to understand that it was good,
yeah.
it like took off, and like now it's one of the best.
Am I mistaken? But did they? I thought they changed something about it.
Nothing. Untouched. They said something about someone had made a point that like you couldn't zip away boxes anymore, but it still works. So I don't know what they're.
Yeah.
wait, I
What I thought they changed is I don't think you can throw like abilities through it. Is that true?
No, you can. I can do everything with it. Nothing.
Okay.
I use it, and nothing has changed for me. I
Okay.
throw grenades through it. I like people come through it. The whole thing.
Wait, can we go? I didn't see that Grav got buffed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Higher,
Anti-grav.
higher and wider.
Yep,
Higher
it got
and
buffed.
wider.
That's cool. Actually.
Which is
I didn't-
nice.
I didn't
So
see
Good to
that.
know.
It's like 3 floors now. So if you drop it at the bottom of a building, it goes all the way to the
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
on Monaco, for example.
Vanishing bomb. I don't think it's necessary. It's not like as good as gateway, but I think it's
It's
It definitely-
for me.
I don't know. I really like running it when I have dash or grappling hook. Obviously, because like if you already have cloaking, you don't need another way to go in biz.
right.
So
I might
Top
put a
15 is
top
better,
average
though.
here actually.
It also, I think it's average. I almost would put it at. No, I wouldn't put it at good. I would put it either top average or last good.
Yeah,
but
it's a good escape tool, like on dash for sure.
it's good for a light that wants to, be really aggressive and play in people's faces and kill people. But It's also really good. Like what Banana was saying is really good for your team because like you can
I might actually bump
you
it
can-
up then if
you
that's the case.
you can
Yeah, 'cause
really
you can't
you
cloak
can
your team.
no don't put it in front of those though. I think it's
You don't think
last.
it's better than thermal bar?
No,
It-
no, it's
no.
Okay.
not. It's not
it
a
might,
handful.
yeah, I don't think it's better than that.
Because the
It's
minute someone gets shot, they lose their abilities.
There's,
Right.
I've had a lot of plays where, like, let's say the thing's on a suspended structure, the cash out, and you know if you jump across, you're getting beamed. Like, actually, Thick, you were there with me that one time we did that play. What we did was we vanish bombed. We didn't show ourselves yet, and then we vanish bombed and padded over, so they couldn't see us, and we just ambushed them on the moving platform.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Suspended structure, and it was the freest steal I've ever like wiped them insta steal. It was like
Yeah.
game over. It was last round too, I think.
On to flashbangs. We got a lot of buff for flashbangs. Like flashbangs were definitely assed here.
Yeah.
Most annoying thing in the game right now.
Oh my god.
You know,
right?
I think
Never mind.
flashbangs,
Spike exists.
dude, flashbangs maybe like this might be controversial. Top average, like
Sure. I'm okay with that.
Yes. Oh,
I think
yeah.
so. Like you get full flash for so long, and like if you don't know where you are, like the lights
I
on
think
you with sword or dagger or whatever, you're dead, bro.
I think it's the skill floor thing because it blinds the
yeah.
shit out of everybody. But like, it's like if it's bad, if you're a bad player in his hands, all it does is just blind your teammates.
I
It's
think
just-
also
it hurts you.
I should note that this is on every class too, so any class can use a flashbang.
True.
Didn't think about that. I was thinking it was a light.
Unlike the smoke
Riot-
grenade,
Riot-
which is only used by
Riot
lights.
Shield, fucking
Smoke is ass.
flashbang.
Worst thing.
Yeah, Riot Shield flashbang, I love using that. That's fun. Yeah, smoke grenades, don't need to say more, that's ass.
Worst thing in the game.
Thermal
probably.
vision, definitely right above that. Not very
Right
good.
above.
Terminal attack made this
Sonar-
good. That's about it, but
Yes. Sonar is very good.
yeah,
It's not
Yeah.
meta though. I think it's
When they nerfed it,
I think-
it dropped out of the meta. Yeah.
I think it's not top of good. I think it's either after APS or before. Probably after APS, I would say. Maybe after anti-grav.
yeah, I'll put it right about there. I'll meet us in the middle. Yeah.
I
I want
noticed
this on medium, but you know, it's on light,
We
so
we used to, oh, I thought we had something like
we
this on.
we did have sonar grenades on medium, but they moved it to lights.
Why did they remove it? The thing is, like, I noticed that it has very specific uses. Like, I really like it on Banquet, ironically.
I did.
Yeah.
But like,
Final
I don't
round,
run
I think it loses value though. Like
because you don't need as many.
if it's final round, it's like meh. It's like way down here.
Yep. Agreed.
So they on that same note, just because they're almost the same thing. Tracking dart should really be average or meh, because like it does do something really good. It's on the right there, next to the throwing knives.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
I forgot I put it down there.
Like
Um,
it has uses, and we've used it before to good effect. But like the nerfs and the fact that like it just is so like like it's just it's just so meh.
meh.
So meh.
It's not better than Pyromine though. It's after.
Yeah, easily because it only does 5
Easily
damage.
after. Yeah. It does
Pyro
five-
nade
it's-
too, like
Pyronade is. I think that personally, I think it's ass.
You do?
I'm
Yeah,
never
I
running-
think it's-
I'm never running a pyro grenade.
I think it's better than the rest of those, but
Over anything in the game, I'm never running a pyro.
yeah, I'm using Pyronade for achievements. That's about it. Like I tried it on
Exactly.
I tried it on a riot shield just to like get extra damage, but you know I'm still taking grenades over this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
like first season I ran it to level 6, and like I don't know how I was using it so much, but it is not worth it.
it is not.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty bad.
Um,
It's just annoying to be on fire. Glitch grenade definitely. Oh, it's like
so good, so good, it's so good.
It's
like-
very good.
yeah.
It's getting worse though.
You
As
still get
Dome
2
Shield-
charges compared to like glitch trap, so it's better than
Yeah,
glitch trap right now.
It still has to be meta, but it's not as good as it was like season 3.
Yeah.
Because Dome Shield's nerfed, heal beams nerfed,
Defib's also nerfed, mesh nerfed.
Defib's nerfed, like everything's. Oh yeah, mesh. That was a big one. Like no one's running mesh, so
True.
like why is glitch that useful? But then you think about it, like glitch actually gets rid of everything in your
Yeah.
your ability. Like,
It
Yeah,
it,
and,
it,
like,
it
if you
takes
wanna go
down
charge the
turret.
slam, you
It
can
takes down mines for a little bit too.
very good, always good.
yeah, also like if people are stealing, even if they have barricades up, it goes over the barricade. Like
Right.
I still think it should be like a mainstay in your light setup because it
Mm-hmm.
constantly does things for you.
Yeah.
Like it really
I
does.
actually really like where it's at right now too,
I do
because
too.
Gateway is probably a little better. I think that's a perfect spot. Can we move tracking dart behind Pyro, by the way? This is ass.
He's like looking at it. He's like,
I'm
what is
looking
this?
at it like, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Stun gun, definitely good.
Average.
No, no, no. It's
Not as,
definitely
not
good.
as good as before. Not as good as before. Like it wasn't
Honestly,
as good as before.
you know, I've had a lot of moments where I get stun gun and I still kill the light.
Yeah, easily.
So
That
I
might
still have
just
my
be a
gun
skill
out.
issue, but
If I have my gun out though, like it's
Well,
fine.
yeah, if the light's not right up in your face and you're getting two tapped by the
XP
shotgun
or the XP, yeah.
or the
the
XP, no,
the
I
thing
think
is too, it still has its value in stopping cash outs, which is the main goal of the game, is
that's
to
true.
not let people get cash outs. Like the stun
True.
gun,
It's not worse than Data Shaper though.
probably not. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
wasted.
better than Thermal Blade too.
Yeah. If I were to rank it anywhere, I'd probably put it right here.
Yeah. Banana
Ex-
doesn't like that.
Explo mine, definitely.
Average now. Average now
I,
at
I
best.
agree.
It used
I
to be
agree.
really
That's
good.
definitely average now. Oh my god.
Like when you
I
had
think
two, excellent.
when you had two, that shit was so annoying. But now that you have one, it's very, very controversial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I can't justify keeping it in most of my loadouts anymore.
No,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I
Don't
actually dropped
over.
it too. I dropped it for
Yeah,
gas mine.
I'm dropping it
it's
for
only
gas.
one loadout.
Yeah.
I'm dropping for gas every time. Yeah, now that there's
Yeah.
only, I don't even know why they
Yeah.
nerfed it. Like nobody was complaining about it.
Oh, this one's gonna be interesting.
So
Gas grenade.
I do have a lot of clips of people getting like running through doorways and
Yeah.
getting like fucked by it, but like yeah, it's just I don't know why. Lights,
Yeah.
they're babying lights.
Yeah.
Innovating
I
lights.
gas grenade. I definitely think it's
Definitely-
meh.
I like exactly where you put it. I think it's
Just
meh for sure.
pick up green barrels at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
right.
the mine, gas
Yeah,
mine.
or
easily.
gas mine.
It almost could be at ass if you want, like top of ass.
It's not ass, but it's not amazing. Like you know what I mean? It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think it's better than pyro either or tracking.
Spyro's better than the gas mine. I guess.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goo
Put
grenade.
gas
Last
grenade.
one. Goo grenade.
Wait, put
It's
gas
good.
put gas grenade behind.
Right here.
I like no yeah right there and then goo grenades, bro. If I'm actually
I think goo
thinking
grenade's
of-
meta. I'm gonna put this in
I think
meta,
it's
bro.
I think it's meta.
Because you run it, but like
I think it's
it has
meta.
really good uses, but it's not amazing. Like in a bad player's hands, all that happens is I get stuck in goo.
Yeah.
But like, it does just as much as barricade.
Yeah.
True.
And it's
I get
bigger
it.
than barricade, and like you can't demat barricade. You can't
And it's
demat
more
goo.
consistent.
At it.
And it's more consistent. I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's an instant
time you
wall too.
It's an insta wall. Is it better than barricade though?
No, it's not
No.
because you can't light barricade on fire and have it disintegrate.
Mm-hmm. I think it goes. I don't know, man. I don't think it's better than gateway. I don't think it's better than glitch. I think it's right after glitch, maybe. I think it's right after glitch trap. No, I really don't know.
I would put after glitch trap too. I'd agree.
Alright.
Other than that, I don't know what else to change. I think this looks pretty good.
I think it looks good. I really do. Definitely the ass group is right where it should be.
Yeah,
I think,
definitely.
Proximity
terrible.
sensor should be in goat personally.
Whatever. Anyways, yeah, drop your comments down below. More I need some input. We need some input. Tell us if
I
we
think
did
we-
anything
I
right,
think-
you know.
I think if people watch this video, a lot of people are gonna be controversial about RPG.
Yeah.
I still think people think RPG is meta, and
Yeah.
it probably is, but
But yeah.
for like our personal experience, RPG is just not
Right.
where it was before.
Anyways,
Like, subscribe,
like,
comment
subscribe.
down below.
Peace out.